Hey, what's up everyone that watched this video for Friday, February 7th, showing you daily chart of the SPY. This little speck up here is today's intraday or today's daily SPY candle. I'll zoom in a little bit. Just you can get a feel for it. It basically closed where it opened and had a very narrow range, which is very typical. When the market has come from, looked like it was rolling over right back to sitting at all-time highs. Typically, you get a lot of indecision up at that point, right? And if I show you intraday, I mean, this is where it opened, 5-minute candles, and just straight chopped sideways all day long. Having said that, hats off to the group in the chat room. For those of you who couldn't make it today, still some amazing teamwork and rooting out some really nice plays. I'm going to give hats off here to Nathan Z. I took a screenshot of his post. Tesla seller at 710. Close to high of day is what CHOD means. Shorts may squeeze if volume comes in. And I talked about this in pre-market. I said, I really like Tesla, especially since it's gapping down as a potential long setup, right? So look what happens. It's showing you 2-minute candles here. So it really was about probably a half hour or more in before this gave a really clean setup. And what happened was it topped out right here after the opening 10 minutes or so, straight sideways, put in this nice range. And that's when Nathan spotted the seller at 210. The high of day, 210. Jesus, 710, sorry. And the high of day was 712, which is $2 away above this base break. But Tesla, that's a blink of an eye, right? Anyway, hats off. Just a great call. The 710 break, never looked back at 710. You can see what happened there. It went up over 790. Amazing call by Nathan. And for those of you that have taken our course, or maybe you just seen our buy zone pullback, our pullback webinar, IRBT called in chat for this 50. So there's the whole number 54 as it was coming down. Mid fives buy zone plus whole number flush. You can see I was bidding 53.87. I gave the idea out before it broke 54. Several of us got it. I got filled at 87. It didn't even get down to 53.50. And it actually went up and broke the high of day. I'll show you here in a second. After that entry. So that really nice play, right? 53.87. And here we go. You can see what happened. It ended up going all the way up to, let's go to 5-minute candles. This is the complete day, almost 59. So there was a couple examples. There were many others in chat, but there's a couple examples of what happened today for those of you that weren't there. Also, one more I got to highlight because it was such a good call. Wayne called WWE as an overdone, let me go to 5-minute candles here, overdone bounce play, right? And just the stock was really beaten up, and called it long right here through 42. It ends up going to almost 48. Again, there's the daily, so you see it gap down here, then it gapped down here, and then gap down again. And at this point, just seemed overdone, and a nice low risk entry, that Wayne called. So it was a really nice one too. All right, so anyway, real quick, what are we watching for tomorrow? YTEN. Really strong move here. I think somebody reported a stake in the company. I thought somebody said maybe 18%. And this thing has a recent reverse split. And so the float's tiny. And actually in after hours, it's up at 12 right now. I'm a little peeved at myself for not. I watched it in after hours for a little while. I was going to do a second mouse through 10. And then I finally had to leave. And it didn't happen until after 6 o'clock, I think, in the evening Eastern time. But once it broke 10, it ended up going up over 12. Not surprised, and probably be a gapper in the morning, but we'll keep our eyes on it. Tesla, I'm going to put back on watch. Had the nice green day today, but closing well off its highs. Tesla is certainly in play, right? Blink, speaking of Tesla, rumors or stories were circulating about Blink negotiating or having talks with Tesla about charging stations. I was able to personally, without a call in chat though, get a Tokyo around 264 and sold a chunk at 3. And then that was the only trade I took in it. I still think it's worth watching. We'll see. With that kind of rumor out there, maybe it comes true. Maybe verification comes out any one of these next few days. So, keep Blink BLNK on a chart. All right. IRBT talked about this one. Really strong day, big volume, strong close. I think there's a lot of shorts in the name, so we're definitely going to keep our eyes on this one. ICE was on bounce watch, and it's just another day down. Big intraday reversal, though. So it goes back on bounce watch. I still didn't take a trade in it today, but You could argue it's already had a nice bounce. So not in love with it. But because I've been watching it for a bounce for a couple days, and I didn't take a trade in today, it goes back on bounce watch. I don't know. Not in love with that one. BTU, big pop yesterday, quiet inside day today. That's on watch for a third day play. NH, recent high flyer, came back down, and then today a very strong day again. That one might have some follow through tomorrow. CODX, nice afternoon pop in this one with a strong close. That one goes on watch. LPTH, remember, I'm only looking for things to possibly trade tomorrow intraday. I don't hold overnight. So none of these are investment advice, right? I'm a day trader. LPTH just gapping up after hours. $1.13 the last I saw. So all the way up here. So a possible gap and go. And then lastly, PINS, which is Pinterest. Not a bad looking chart anyway. After this big gap down, you had a nice pop and then sort of flagging since this run. That topped out around 24 here. But anyway, and after hours, it's trading around 27 bucks. So I think they had earnings. So potential gap and go there tomorrow too. And that's it. It's a good enough list. Plus, we'll add gappers in the pre-market and hopefully catch some nice Friday trades going into the weekend. And I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat tomorrow.